welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Karen. Today we are looking at part B of our dialogue and we're going to be talking about hobbies. It's called My Hobbies. So since we're talking about hobbies, what are some of your hobbies, Mike?
Hobbies. What are some of my hobbies? Let's see, I like to play music.
Oh, that's right. You are a musician.
I am a musician, so I'm practicing at home sometimes.
Okay.
I'm practicing with my friends on the weekend when we have free time. And also we play shows occasionally. So we actually play in front of people. So that's kind of a hobby. I would also throw in record collecting. I like to collect music and listen to music and learn about it. Video games, computer games, and reading. That's another one of my hobbies. So I have lots of different hobbies. What about you?
Well, I also have lots of hobbies. I enjoy doing lots of things. For example, I love to sing. I love to dance. I like to listen to music.
Great.
I like to draw. And I love art, so making arts and crafts. And I love learning languages too.
Fantastic. I've never been very good at art. So that's a hobby I have always admired and been a little jealous of people who can draw and paint really well. Maybe that will be a hobby later in my life.
That's right.
We're going to be looking at some of the hobbies that different people have. Maybe your friends have the same hobbies as you. Maybe you have a brother and sister, like the people in yesterday's dialogue, who have very different hobbies from you. Hobbies are really interesting. You can kind of learn a little bit about someone by the hobbies that they enjoy, because these are things you do in your free time just for fun. So let's check out our article. Holly and Andy are walking in a park.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I do. I like to read books, watch movies, and listen to music.
I like to do those too. Do you usually watch movies at home or at a movie theater?
I usually go to a movie theater when it is a big Hollywood movie.
So today we're looking at part B and it's called My Hobbies. So speaking of hobbies, what is a hobby?
Very good question. We should tell you guys a hobby is, yes, something that you do in your free time because you like to do it. Now there's another word we also use, pastimes. These are my favorite pastimes. These are my favorite hobbies. They're kind of the same thing and people use these words often in the same way, but I would say hobbies are a little bit more difficult. You learn at a hobby. You get better at a hobby. You might be using your hands to do a hobby, and maybe it's a bit more creative. You use your imagination. A pastime might be something a little simpler. You can just sit there, you can watch TV, you can surf the internet, you can, play with social media. That might be a pastime. But if you're making videos or writing songs for social media, if you're editing things and making really cool photographs for social media, that might be a bit more of a hobby because it's a skill that you learn and you get better as you do it. But both of them are fun for you and they are things that you choose to do in your free time, not because you have to, because you want to. All right, so let's look at our dialogue. What is going on here? Holly and Andy are walking in a park. And I think walking in a park is not their hobby. That would be a pastime, not a hobby.
That is right. Okay, so we're looking at this dialogue between Holly and Andy. And let's check out what they want to say. Holly starts off by saying, do you have any hobbies? And that is a great way to, great question to ask someone if you want to understand more about this person, right?
Both of the dialogues this month, asking about a family or asking about hobbies, great ways to have conversations with new people, to get to know them. So yeah, very good question. Yes, I do, says Andy. I do have hobbies. And then he goes right into telling her what they are. I like to read books, watch movies, and listen to music. So probably 3 of the more popular hobbies out there in the world.
Exactly. I think a lot of people enjoy doing those things,
For
right?
sure. You can do them anywhere now, especially if you have your phone with you. So reading books, watching movies, and listening to music. Let's talk about this word, to watch.
That's right. So to watch, that is a verb. Basically, it just means to look at something for a period of time. So like you're saying, watching a movie or watching TV. And then you can also say, he spent the evening watching an old movie on TV, right?
Okay, so you're looking at something, and while you're looking at it, your brain is kind of thinking, you know, you're taking interest in things are going on, and you're paying attention. You're not just like, hey, look at that. That's interesting. Whatever. No, you're watching the movie. All right, so Holly says, I like to do those too. There you go, reading books, watching movies, and listening to music. Popular with Holly as well. I like to do those too. I also like to do those. And then she asks a question about one of his hobbies. Do you usually watch movies at home or at a movie theater, on the small screen or the big screen?
Because some people prefer watching movies at home,
Sure.
but some people prefer watching movies in a movie theater, right?
They're both good in different ways.
And then I guess it's a lot cheaper if you were to watch movies at home, and it's more comfortable as well, right?
But it's great to be in that dark movie theater with that big screen and the sounds and all that stuff.
I guess you're right. I guess it's probably worth the money, right?
Well, for some movies and for some people, it definitely is. What about Andy? He says, I usually go to a movie theater when it is a big Hollywood movie. Okay, I've heard many other people say the same kind of thing. He likes to see it in the movie theater or in the cinema. This is a special place that is made just for people to go in large groups, sit in lots of chairs in the same big dark room, and watch a movie on a big screen up on the wall in front of them. A theater on its own would be maybe more of a place for live shows, plays and concerts or things like that. A movie theater will just have the screen and a big machine at the back called a projector that shows that movie, and of course hundreds of people can be in there and watch it. But no matter how good your TV is at home, it won't be as big as the screen in the movie theater. So a lot of people love that. And he said he likes to watch big Hollywood movies. These would be like big action movies, science fiction, superhero movies with the explosions and all the cool stuff happening. You can watch that at home, but it's kind of special in the movie theater.
I guess you're right. It's more exciting. And also the famous actors or actresses are usually in this big Hollywood movies, right?
Exactly. But if it's a quiet little movie, a romance, a comedy, maybe watching it at home, it's the same thing. But if it's Star Wars or Avengers or something, yeah, you might go to the movie theater. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back to learn more about their hobbies.
I don't have a lot of money, so I usually watch movies at home.
I can understand that. What kinds of music do you like to listen to?
I listen to all kinds.
Me too.
All right, so Holly and Andy are continuing their conversation about their hobbies. Andy was just saying that when he watches movies, he likes to go to the movie theater, especially for those big Hollywood movies, the big action movies. Now, movie theaters are great, and their popcorn is better than the stuff I make at home.
That's right.
But there is one big problem with going to see a movie in a movie theater. And that's how you pay for it all.
Exactly. It can be pretty expensive.
Popcorn and this and churros and a hot dog and then all the other stuff. Yeah.
Everything adds up. So now Holly says, I don't have a lot of money, so I usually watch movies at home. And I think that's a great option as well. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, you can still enjoy your hobby by watching movies at home, right?
For sure. You can stay in bed and watch it on your computer. You might have a pretty big TV at home. And of course, now most people have Netflix or Disney Plus. You can get a lot of the same movies at home right after they're in the movie theater. So yeah, Andy is not like, oh, that's a terrible way to watch movies. What are you, crazy? No, he says, I can understand that. He totally gets it. He understands it does cost money. You do have to wait in line. Sometimes the theater is really crowded. People are talking around you. So, you know, there are definitely good reasons to watch a movie at home. So Andy totally understands.
That's right. So to understand, that is a verb. So it just means to know the either meaning of something or to know how a person feels and why the person behaves a certain way. So for example, you could say, I don't understand what he means.
Oh, well, he's speaking in Portuguese.
That's if you don't understand the meaning of something.
Exactly.
But if you want to tell someone that you understand how they feel, then you can also say, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. My boss got mad at me today and I'm really worried. Oh, I understand. You know, I know your feelings. I've had the same feelings before. So that's kind of what Andy means. He knows her feeling that the movie theater is great, but it costs money and all that. He gets it. All right, back to Andy. Moving on to one of the other hobbies that they shared. He says, what kinds of music do you like to listen to? So enough movie talk. Let's talk about music. I like this conversation.
Oh, because you're a musician
I'm a music
yourself.
fan. Yes.
And now Holly says, I listen to all kinds. Okay, so I guess she's not too picky when it comes to music. Different people like different types of music. It could be pop, it could be hip hop, it could be K-pop, or it could be jazz, classical music.
Metal.
That's right. How about you? What do you love? I mean, since you're a musician.
I listen to all kinds.
Really?
Yeah, I always say I listen to any music as long as it's good. Well, maybe not country music so much.
You don't like country music?
I have a little bit in my collection.
Okay.
Probably the least amount. But I have classical, rock, hip-hop, jazz, punk, metal, blues, you know, all of the different types. Dance music, techno, house.
Really? You like techno and dance too?
Oh, yeah. I got my dancing shoes on. Anyway, so yes, she listens to all kinds, and Andy does too. So he says, me too, right? If something is the same for you, if you agree, if you have the same feelings or ideas, that's a very good, simple answer. Me too. I'm the same. So there you go. We know more about them, their hobbies, and they know more about each other. And who knows, maybe they'll be going out to do some of those hobbies together in the future. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your hobbies and each other. And take care of yourselves. We'll see you back here soon.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Holly and Andy are walking in a park.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I do. I like to read books, watch movies, and listen to music.
I like to do those too. Do you usually watch movies at home or at a movie theater?
I usually go to a movie theater when it is a big Hollywood movie.
I don't have a lot of money, so I usually watch movies at home.
I can understand that. What kinds of music do you like to listen to?
I listen to all kinds.
Me too.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 hobby 名词嗜好。 Nina likes to play tennis and soccer. She has many hobbies. 妮娜喜欢打网球和踢足球，她有很多嗜好。下一个单字 watch 动词观看。My father watches the news every morning. 我爸爸每天早上看新闻。下一个单字 movie theater 电影院。There were a few people at the movie theater. 电影院里有一些人。最后一个单字 understand 动词了解明白，它的三态是 understand, understood, understood. Sometimes I don't understand Eddie. 有时候我搞不懂 Eddie. 接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 listen to music 听音乐。Listen to 是一个固定用法，有专注听、留意听的意思。Music 指的是音乐。Listen to 之后还可以接其他的名词，例如 the radio 广播。我们来看看这个例句。Robin listens to the radio when he drives. Robin 开车时会听广播。下一个文法 a lot of 加名词，很多的什么，也可以说 lots of 加名词，可以接复数可数名词或不可数名词。我们来看看这个例句。There are lots of flowers in the garden. 花园里有很多花。最后一个文法 me too 我也是，这是一个肯定复合句的用法。我们来看看这个例句。I'm from Taichung. 我来自台中。Me too 我也是。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street.
I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
Winnie, guess what?
What?
Shane was challenging me to basketball the other day because he thinks I can't play, but I told him, bring it on.
Bring what on?
Bring it on. Bring on the game. I accept his challenge.
Oh.
So we are going to go one-on-one and play basketball.
Shane, you better watch out and you better work on your phrases.
Hey, let's work on some phrases today. The first one is 给予许可. Which one do you think?
I think give the red light.
Give the green light.
Give the green light.
Green light? Green light?
Give the green light. Give the red light.
Give the red light. Oh, sorry, it's give the green light.
放马过来. Bring it on or bring it in?
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Bring it in.
Bring it on.
放马过
A little
来.
bit harder, like
Yeah.
bring it in.
Bring it in.
But I would think, come on, so bring it on.
Okay, so you're gonna answer differently maybe?
Maybe?
And the person who is correct is ding ding ding, you are correct. Bring it on. Very good. What have we learned today?
Let's take a look at the phrases we learned today. The first phrase is give the green light. The biggest giveaway in this phrase is green light. Whenever you think of a green light, you think traffic light, and green means go. So this phrase means to allow something to proceed or happen. And the beginnings of this idiom can trace all the way back into the 1930s, where in America, they started to use traffic lights. And that's when they introduced the 3 different colors of the lights. Of course, nowadays, the idea of the green light is almost always connected to the idea of starting something or giving someone the okay. And our next phrase is bring it on. The phrase bring it on is a way to show the person that's talking the confidence that they have in their own ability when they are challenging someone or being challenged. This phrase can have either positive or negative meanings depending on the tone that the speaker is using. For example, I love eating spicy foods. I'm not scared of the chili sauce. Bring it on. But you can also say, Matt thinks I can't eat a whole pizza. I told him, bring it on. And those are the phrases that we learned today. Kiwi later!